Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from San Luis Obispo. More specifically, we are here inside the Madonna Inn, where I got a wonderful night's sleep, laying on my back, staring at the glittery ceilings as a buffalo stares directly at me. Now, as much as I'd love to stay here at the Madonna Inn, I could do a week here. I love this place so much. This is a very special place. But the long, lonesome road calls us, and we got to get back on that road and continue our Pacific Coast Highway and head northward along that big blue Pacific Ocean. Please follow me. And goodbye for now, Buffalo Room. I think I might grab a little breakfast here before we head out. Last night I ate in the Gold Rush Steakhouse here, but there is a second restaurant, the Copper Cafe. And oh my gosh, look at the cakes that they sell here. Look at that. Oh my. And look at this, the tables are made of copper. They serve the water in these goblets. And look at that, we got pink sugar on the table. Okay, I got some French toast and a little bacon on the side. It's been a long time since I've had French toast. I don't know, something just struck me today. Thought I should have some French toast. Used to be my favorite as a child. Very rarely eat it as an adult. A lot of powdered sugar. Pretty good. Oh, look at this. There's a second press penny machine here in the Copper Cafe. Oh, I think we're going to have to get some of these. Quarter penny. And the penny just hanging there, waiting to be dropped. There we go. We've stopped off here in Morro Bay, California, and just look at that. That is Morro Rock, a volcanic protrusion out here in the bay. That is pretty breathtaking. Over here we have the Morro Bay Maritime Museum. This looks fun, a bunch of boats sitting out here. And this out here is a deep submergence rescue vehicle. So basically like a submarine that rescues people. This is a two-person submarine. Oh my god, where do you put the people? Doesn't look like there's room for any people in here. It is so tiny. Well, let's take a peek inside the Maritime Museum. Got some miniature boats in here. Oh, this guy's about to go for a deep sea dive. There is the deep sea diving suit. This is an Imperial Japanese submarine. Or smaller. And it's always fun to see the styrofoam cups crushed by submarines. Check out some of these other boats back here. And of course, every good maritime museum has a exhibit on knot tying. I'm not the best knot tyer. Let's see. It's a rolling hitch. Okay, you do it around this pole here. So you wrap it around, again, and then, okay, I've lost track. I don't even know what they're asking of me. Here's a U.S. Coast Guard rescue boat, and it looks like we can actually climb aboard. Oh yeah, here we are. You got it tied down so you don't steer it off course. Oh, watch out! We're about to smash into the Alma there. You can see the engine area. What's in here? I guess this is like the inside where you can hang out. This is the Spindrift here. So this is a Chinese dragon boat here. But this particular dragon boat is a really interesting story. It's called Joanna's Joy. This was used in a scientific experiment on breast cancer. It says the experiment took place in 1996. It says previous to that, there was a belief that if women with breast cancer, that if they did upper body workouts like paddling, that it could actually increase the rate of breast cancer spreading. So they actually they got a team of breast cancer survivors to paddle these boats and prove that it had no connection, that paddling a boat does not cause breast cancer. Now they say this pier is an otter viewing area. So, yeah, let's see if we can spot an otter. That'd be pretty cool. I think I hear a sea lion barking. I don't know. I don't see any otters, though. Yeah, you can hear the sea lions over there with that crab boat. But I didn't see any otters. Yeah, let's drive out and see this rock up close. Yeah, what a rock. Oh my gosh, here they are. There's the otters. Yeah, you can see them there hanging out. They're all holding on to seaweed, washing their little noses. Yeah, look at all those otters. Those are all otters out there. Yeah, look at them. One there is like twirling, wrapping seaweed around himself. Oh, look at him. Look at him go. That otter's lost his mind. Oh man, so adorable. Just amazing the different life I've seen out here on the Pacific coast. Yeah, look at all the otters here hanging out by the rock. You can see all these birds congregating here on this side of the rock. look at this here. Death from drowning happens once in a lifetime. Undertow and surf can make return to shore impossible. It's very serious. As I said, people tend to underestimate water and how scary and dangerous it is. And you can see here, like, these little surfboards paying respects to people that surfed out here. Now, driven down the coast just a little bit to stop here at Esteros Bluffs State Park. There's a little bit of a trail here to get to the water. As we walk along this narrow pathway, we can look out into the ocean. And look at that, there is a shipwreck. There's a fishing vessel known as the Point Estero that wrecked here in 2017. And here it still lies. So waves pouring over it. I do believe you can get closer to it at some points, but I believe it is high tide right now. Okay. Just walking down the hill here to get a closer look at the shipwreck, and I fell twice. Ow. I think I'm okay. This is turning into a very treacherous road trip. I'm good though. I'm not bleeding. I don't want to fall again, so I don't think I'm going to try to climb over these rocks here. But yeah, look at that shipwreck there in the cove. Now apparently you can see whales from up here. I don't know if this is the best time of year to see whales, but man, I would love that. That would be a perfect day if I could see just a big whale swimming out there. Taking a different pathway over here to see if I can get a better view of the shipwreck without falling and into the ocean and being swept away. There we go. Walk out to the end of this bluff right here. Oh, there we go. Now look at that. Wow. Alright, I'm being really careful because the ocean is indeed very dangerous. Down these rocks. I think this is the closest look we'll probably get today. Here is the Elephant Seal Visitor Center. Maybe they would be able to tell me where I could see an elephant seal. So we come in here, we can see the elephant seal skulls. Okay, this is not an elephant seal, this is a California sea lion. This is a subadult male elephant seal. And then this is the massive adult elephant seal here. That's a harbor seal. We saw some of those yesterday evening. And then that's a California sea otter. We saw some of those this morning. And then there's a sea otter up close. And look at this. It talks about the story of the zebra. Now, believe it or not, here in San Simeon, they actually have wild zebras. They escaped from William Randolph Hearst's castle. He had a menagerie up there, and some got loose, and they still wander this area to this day. They have a live camera from a beach up the road, and there are some elephant seals on the beach. Apparently it is molting season, and they actually shed their skin when they come to shore. A little piece of elephant seal skin there. So the gentleman in there gave me some great information about elephant seals, and of course the webcam showing that there's seals right now just down the road, just a few miles. So let's go see the elephant seals. And now it's time to go see some elephant seals. And we have arrived at the elephant seal vista point to see if we can catch a glimpse of some of those elephant seals. Alright, no seals down here. No elephant seals so far, but we do have an elephant-sized squirrel. Okay, it looks like there's a conglomeration of people down this way. There we go. Just lounging there on the beach. These massive elephant seals. They are, it's hard to, I know it's hard to tell, but they are gigantic animals. Lounging. There's one over there. You can kind of see, if you look closely, you kind of see his elephant-shaped nose there. Oh, look, you see one running there. Look at it move, just flopping his blubber. Oh, there he goes. Look at him flop. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, he got tired of flopping. You can see him like snoring, and as they breathe you can see the sand like sprays up when they breathe. Oh, one's flopping sand on himself. Oh, run Floppy, run. He just likes to take little sprints. There he goes, slowly making his way across the beach. Take a rest. No need, no hurry. We're not in any hurry here. He's gonna make it all the way at some point. That's about as far as he goes at a time. Oh man, I love him so much. Oh, I gotta get some more sand. See when he breathes, the sand sprays. Oh, there's a lot of elephant seal paparazzi over here. Oh yeah, look at this pile over here. They're all just piled up next to each other. Those are all elephant seals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of seals. I'll get a good view of them from here. Yeah, just look at that. Shoulder to shoulder over there. Some real big ones. See that one's face right there. You can see that elephant proboscis. This is super cool. Super cool. And they're here for molting season. You can actually see their skin peeling off there. They actually lose a layer of skin. That's why they come up and bask on the beach this time of year. Look at him snore. Here he comes. You can see one swimming there in the waves. And we have arrived at the Hearst Castle Visitor Center. This is where you can see the Hearst Castle here in San Simeon, California. This is the castle of William Randolph Hearst, which was one of the richest men in the world at one point. He was a tycoon that owned many newspapers and branched out from other things from there. And he actually spent his final days here at this castle that we lived with his girlfriend. Now, I personally am probably most familiar with William Randolph Hearst by his fictional portrayal in Citizen Kane, the movie Citizen Kane, which is considered by most film historians to be the greatest movie ever made, was based off of the life of William Randolph Hearst, directed by Orson Welles. Not exactly a complimentary, some might call it a diss track. The movie Citizen Kane. It's a great movie, by the way. Check it out if you haven't. But it is about, someone who Charles Foster Kane acquires massive wealth, but the more wealth that he gets, it disconnects him from the people around him, disconnects him from things that truly made him human, and dies in a castle that in the film it is called Xanadu, his personal retreat in the mountains. So it's pretty much actually it is based on William Randolph Hearst. And he actually sued Orson Welles. He refused to run ads by RKO Pictures in his newspapers, and he actually used his newspapers to defame Orson Welles and say that he was a communist. So the real life home of Citizen Kane here. Now, they give different tours. The castle, I guess it is more of a compound, has a bunch of different tours, a bunch of different tours. So it would take many tours to see the whole house. So what I did is I paid $35 for what they recommended as a first-time tour, which is the Grand Rooms tour. So I guess we'll be heading in to the visitor center and figuring out what we do from here. Oh, I love this mascot over here, the zebra mascot. Like I mentioned before, there is wild zebras around here. William Randolph Hearst, again, kept a personal zoo. Some of the zebras escaped and still live in San Simeon to these days. I hope we get a peek at one. So it looks like we check in over here. All right, I checked in. I said they're going to be boarding the buses here in just a little bit. Also got a Hearst Castle water in a can to enjoy on the bus ride. Before we get on the bus, I guess we can check out the Hearst Museum here. Different items here used to decorate the castle. Some luxurious rugs. It says that W.R. Hearst liked to invite guests out and plan activities such as doing puzzles or playing billiards. I wonder if they have his childhood sled here. We have kind of the life and times of William Randolph Hearst. Talks about him creating movies of his own. Of course, he was a publisher of newspapers. Let's see, the typewriters. Oh, and this was another big deal, was that he was the first to print colored comics in his paper. And this is a copy of the Daily Examiner from 1887, a San Francisco newspaper. This is the first issue with William Randolph Hearst as the proprietor. And he definitely promoted his own beliefs in his newspaper, which was kind of new at the time. Now, that's just everywhere in media, where the media has an agenda. But he had an agenda, which he pushed. Also was known for some sensationalism as well. Some of his desk items there. Some of the magazines that he published. Good Housekeeping. So yeah, some of these are still around today. Harper's Bazaar. I don't know if Motor is still around. Oh, Cosmo. He invented Cosmo. The statue there. And here it actually talks about the zoo here on property. Giraffes, buffalo. There's the famous zebras. It said the zookeeper, his personal zookeeper, later became the director of the San Diego Zoo. Name was Carrie Baldwin. There is a horseshoe belonging to Carrie Baldwin. And it says that he actually, director of the San Diego Zoo, moved to the Fleshhacker Zoo in San Francisco. It says that's where many of the animals eventually ended up, in San Francisco. Talks about his personal life and his family. Out here you can view the property, some of the cattle farms. Don't see any zebras. All right, here is gate 1. All right, now we board our bus to the Hearst Castle. Oh, I love the upholstery. Here we go, up to the castle. Oh, there's some zebras. There's a couple zebras out there with the cows. That's pretty amazing.
He began building this estate with his architect Julia Morgan.
It's Alex Trebek is the narrator.
They worked on this project, La Cuesta Encantada, the enchanted building, 20s and 30s. But imagine Mr. Hearst first as young Willie. The climate of this region
See it up
brings
there on the hill.
hot summers and cool, wet winters. On tour, please touch only the handrails of concrete and black iron.
Here we are. Traveling through the orange grove here. Oh yeah, look at these oranges. It's delicious. I guess we're going up the stairs here.
You get to hang out underneath the shade. See, when you're first off the bus, you get privileges. They got you covered.
Yeah, look at the view from up here. It's a long, windy road. You see all the way to the ocean.
The father of William Randolph Hearst, you'll see why he decided to buy land here in the middle of nowhere on the Sedlock Road.
Yeah, out here in front
40,000 acres of land right here on the Sedlock
of the
Road in
castle.
California. And it was, of course, having a place halfway between Los Angeles and Spanish.
Okay, so I was wrong. This is
style of
not
architecture, more Moorish.
the front of the castle. This is the guest house. This is the swimming pool known as the Neptune Pool. And apparently, the opening scene of Spartacus was filmed right there.
So they're only about 100 years old. The nymph and swans in every corner, the birth of...
Oh my goodness. Look down at the pool from here.
Here's the wonderful view of William Randolph Hearst's land. Today it is about 82,000 acres.
So these are all different cottages on the property.
Playwright. You'll find Louis B. Mayer, Salmon Jack Warner.
So this is the main castle here, known as Casa Grande.
After that 8-hour journey from Glendale, California, or Oakland.
And just look at this. It is the main castle. Looks like we're going in the side door.
I can't leave. I'm only halfway done.
I said to stay on the ugly carpet because the ground is worth a fortune. Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Well, you're looking at the front entranceway, and that is a 2,000-year-old floor. Made of a little...
The floor is 2,000 years old, so we can't walk on that.
You also have choir stall chairs that line all the walls. They are also 500-year-old chairs.
Yes, this is the main entrance here.
These chairs were not used by any of the guests to sit on. These are some of the artifacts. So you have to be careful when you come in the room and see whether or not it's okay to sit down on some of this furniture. Now your best bet is to try to find the stuff
look at the
that's more
ceiling.
modern. This is all ordered from Los Angeles. This is all Barker Brothers and Sloan Brothers furniture here. San Simeon, if you want to see the original ones. Guess who's in San Simeon? You guys are. So you can tell everyone. Come on inside.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a dining room here.
They came from the
And look at these interesting seats here along the wall.
You're not going to be sitting next to someone you know. You're usually going to be placed somewhere between people you didn't know.
Heinz ketchup and French's mustard.
She could feel like the rest of the people. Actually, she was a little bit more mature than everyone else at the table.
You're headed into the smoking room.
This ceiling, when Hearst bought it, it was as dark as the extension around it. The ceiling is only this size. To fit the room, he had to put all the extensions around it.
Okay, this is the pool room.
Ladies, you'd be happy to know that you are welcome here anytime, any day, any hour. Merry Christmas. We are the champions by Queen. So that should tell you that we...
All right, we're going into the theater. Oh my gosh. There's a movie theater. Giant full-size movie theater
Go ahead
there.
and have a seat. Politician, Hollywood producer. That's Marie Dressler, Canadian actress. She won an Academy Award in comedy. You can see that she probably didn't do so well in fact.
Out here we have the
Another
tennis
brainiac
court.
idea was to put light wells in the tennis court so there would be ambient light shining through. Of course, that would be where it would start initially leaking. And so decades later, after our...
And underneath the tennis court, there's an indoor pool. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's the Roman pool. There's a diving platform.
You know, Hearst would get it right this time. He gets 20 dressing rooms, 10 for men, 10 for women.
And our chariot awaits.
Pool to swim in and keep
polar bear
These animal
enclosures
pens were modeled after those in German zoos.
where Hearst kept
and were
his
very
polar
advanced
bears.
for their time. In the late as well as being served in the restaurant.
Thank you.
As we come back in to the visitor center here, see they actually have quite a few pressed penny machines. Oh yeah, see here you can get the these elephant seals there. Some scenes from the castle. Yeah, we'll grab a few different pennies from each of these machines. But this is Hearst Castle, so of course it's going to be quarter, 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 quarter penny. So we got a good collection there of Hearst Castle pennies, as well as some seals. And of course, if you'd like a Carpetbagger pressed penny, you can find one of those down below in the Etsy shop. It is time to exit through the gift shop. The different Hearst Castle hoodies. You got your Hearst Castle postcards, keychains. Oh, that one's got a zebra on it. And the building blocks here. You get a mini Hearst Castle, or a sea otter, or a zebra, of course. Yeah, there's a little castle. So absolutely mind-blowing. The castle itself is just I guess the definition of opulence. Yeah, definitely some human excess here. Some person living in that sort of way. And I would say, the Biltmore House. The guide actually mentioned the Biltmore House, and I would say, while the Biltmore House I think is technically bigger, as the one building is bigger, the level of like detail and opulence and just the statues and everything, I think this is in some ways even more grand than the Biltmore House. Now we had an excellent tour guide, and I talked a lot about the celebrities that were here. I mean, this was basically the place to be. It was, I guess, celebrities would just be in and out. It's where celebrities went to meet other celebrities. So yeah, back in the day, during the golden age of Hollywood, just about anyone you could imagine, any famous person, including like presidents and things like that, would be hanging out here, eating in that giant dining room, swimming in that pool, and watching movies in that movie theater. Getting a whole different level of curviness here on the Pacific Coast Highway. Pulled off here at this pull off just to take a look. And oh my goodness, we are pretty high up here above the ocean. See if I can get a little bit closer. And oh boy, that is a heck of a view. So I just wanted to take a moment to say this road is terrifying. All these curves through the mountains. You look out to your left, all you see is the ocean, but you're like looking down at the ocean. Oh boy, I think there's maybe a vista over here. It looks like there's a little trail. Yeah, you can see how high up here we truly are, just looking down at the ocean. That road just winds through the mountains here. Let's see if we can get out to the very end here, get a peek. Yeah, feels like I can see all the way back to Los Angeles from here. I know it's a bad place for it, but my gas light is on, and fortunately it looks like there's a gas station right up here in Gorda. Yeah, I had thought that I was going to get gas earlier, but it looked like the first gas station I passed was closed. So my light came on. I was absolutely terrified I was going to get stuck out here. There's no cell service. I have never been so happy to pay $8.79 for gas. At least now I'll always have a story to tell. I can tell my grandchildren of the time I spent $8.79 on gas. I may not fill it all the way up. There is a restaurant out here. We have Gorda Springs Whale Watcher Cafe. I think I'm going to grab some dinner. Alright, I think I'll sit over here by the window. Maybe I'll catch a glimpse of a whale. So got the captain's platter, which I can enjoy while staring out into the sea. So we've got calamari. That's a shrimp. And some fish in here as well. And I'm now a member of the Clean Whale Club. Yeah, I didn't notice any whales while I was eating, but it's a big ocean out there. It can be hard to spot. Looks like we can actually drive down here and get to the beach. Yeah, the crashing waves. Temperature's dropping, so I got to get a hoodie out of the car, but this is just some of the most beautiful land I have ever seen out here on Highway 1 in California along the Pacific Coast Highway. Just such beauty. The ocean, we've learned, is beautiful but dangerous. And here you can hear seals or sea lions barking off in the distance. It's pretty magical. A bridge there, the Pacific Coast Highway, traveling through the mountains by the sea. And we have reached the end of the road. The Pacific Coast Highway, Highway 1, end right here. The road is closed. So yes, we cannot go any further at this point. The road is closed up there because of rock slides, mudslides. I think they have a hard time keeping this road, Highway 1, all the way open to the other side. So in order to get over there, we're gonna have to go all the way around You have to get on 101 and go all the way around, and then you can actually come back down the other way. But we're not going to be able to do that tonight because that's going to be a lengthy detour. But that is in the plans. I'm going to have to drive all the way back, all the way there's no, it's pretty much a dead end because you cannot get out. You have to drive all the way back past the Hearst Castle in order to get to civilization. So that is what we are going to do. So we'll have to wait for later to visit the rest of this magnificent stretch of the Pacific Coast Highway. Okay, this road is even scarier when you're on this side of the road. When you're on the ocean side of the road. Oh my goodness. And there we have our sunset over the ocean. Decided to stop back here on my way out, see how the elephant seals were doing. Yep. They're still there. It's like the tides come in a little bit. See some of them swimming around out there. All the elephant seals nestled tightly in bed. Oh, these two are fighting. They're supposed to be sleeping, not fighting. Oh! This snuggle pile just got a little violent. All right, they're good. Oh no. Guys, come on. Good fighting. Go back to sleep. There we go. They're friends again. Folks, well, it has been a pretty amazing day for me. Saw those wild sea otters, we saw wild zebras, we saw wild elephant seals, and the elephant seals, one of the craziest things I've ever seen in the wild. You know, in addition to that, just so much natural beauty along the way, and got a chance to see the Hearst Castle, the real life Xanadu, just the most opulent home I've ever had a chance to see. So we're gonna try to get back on Highway 1. Of course, we got to go back around. So I'm gonna be driving through the night. I think it's about 3 hours. So probably get to my hotel around midnight, so we can try to meet back up with the other end of the Pacific Coast Highway. Thank you guys so much for watching. A special thank you to those that are following along day to day, watching these adventures. I do greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to help the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more, get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins, press pennies, motel key fobs, and other fun stuff down in the Etsy shop. Get yourself a souvenir. Also doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you're interested in that, all those things are down below. And all those things help keep this train on the track, this elephant seal in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends. Until tomorrow, this one's in the bag.